another episode. Gas Network presents sports for the culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome,
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
This is the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say. I don't know, fellas. There's something about that beat. Every time it come on, bro, get me ready, man. Get me ready. Y'all know what it is. Your new favorite sports show, Sports for the Culture. I'm today's host at Bryce XXV Double I. As usual, I got the dream team with me. Top right, introduce yourself.
T-Buggy, man. I finally made it to the top, baby. Finally made it to the top. Hey, y'all know what it is with me. Wash your ass, stay safe out there. That COVID ain't leave yet, so stay safe, man. Let's go.
You know what they say, man. It's lonely up top. It's lonely up top. Bottom left, introduce yourself.
Hey, it's your boy Rome, Young Rome 22 on all socials, man. Man, it was a tough Super Bowl for me, man. I had a little bit of money on the Chiefs, man, but I didn't lose too big. But I digress. Let's go ahead and jump into the show.
Man, who would have guessed that they would have got blown out like that? But like you said, man, we're going to get into it. DeMello, introduce yourself.
It's your boy D-Malo. And if you're watching us, it's because you still hope that your daddy's going to come back from buying cigarettes.
That's how you feel today, bro?
That's how I'm feeling.
All right, let's jump into it, fellas. Let's jump into it, man. Obviously, biggest topic of the week for us is the Super Bowl. I mean, what can I say, man? It was not a bowl to remember, but it was certainly a bowl. Tom Brady is the GOAT. I mean, there's no question about that. GOAT status after that win. 201 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, he showed off. And I think that he kind of solidified. Everyone coming in was saying we got the old GOAT versus the new GOAT. I think we can close the book on that, on who the true GOAT is, man. Let's get some instant reactions. Rome, I'm going to start with you, man. What did you think about the Super Bowl overall?
Oh, man, I thought it would be a good game, and I was completely wrong. It was one of the most boring Super Bowls I've seen. But Brady, man, what more can I say, man? Like, Brady is hands down the greatest quarterback of all time, got the most accomplishments. I don't know if anyone will ever catch him. It might be a little too early to say it, but he could run it back. They could be going for number 8 next season. That's not out of the line of thinking. I mean, those are my instant reactions. Is Tom Brady is hands down the GOAT, and he's at 7, but he could possibly get to 10. Definitely 8, maybe 10. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, Tom's the GOAT, man. He showed out. And Pat Mahomes, on the other hand, he didn't. 270 yards, 2 picks. It just wasn't the performance that we usually see from Pat. T-Boogie, man, what do you think about the Super Bowl overall?
Hey, man, I thought it was a good Super Bowl. I enjoyed it. I mean, I told y'all don't bet against Brady. I've been telling you that all playoffs. You don't bet against Brady this time of year. I thought the Chiefs, Mahomes, I thought they all laid an egg, but I was entertained. I mean, I kind of always felt like maybe Mahomes could get something going, but it's levels to this greatness. I think that's what we saw. So we can get into that a little more, but it's levels to greatness. That's what I took away from it.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. Definitely levels to greatness, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little salty because I wanted one of those classic bowls, man. Back and forth, come down to the last possession. I was sure that's who we was gonna get. But it wasn't, man. G, instant reactions. Let's hear him. G,
Man, I would like to say, as DJ K Show said, he said, I remember I told you guys it was going to be an under game. I called it. I called that shit by a mile. I didn't think it would be this bad. I thought it would be the opposite way. I thought it would be Mahomes lifting up the trophy, not Tom Brady. But Jesus, man, yeah, it was lackluster for sure.
Yeah, man, lackluster for sure. But there were still some moments in there. I think one of the moments that was just crazy to see how Tom Brady and Gronkowski on the big stage just clicking like they never left. You know, Gronk ended with 6 receptions, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, we like the old Gronk. We like the old days, man. On the other hand, the Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill combination was not as potent. Tyreek Hill only had 7 receptions for 73 yards, no touchdowns, was held in check, man. Those 2 deep safeties kind of locked him down, man. I give most of that credit to Todd Bowles for that? You know, if there's any other guy in the Super Bowl that deserves the credit other than Brady, I think Todd Bowles is probably next on the list. But that's my next question for you, fellas, man. Out of everybody in the Super Bowl, who do you think deserves the most credit after Tom? We obviously giving it to Tom. He the GOAT, right? After Tom, man, who deserves the most credit? Rome, start with you, man.
I got to give it to Bruce Arians. And I'm gonna give it to Bruce Arians for the simple fact that he put together a hell of a staff. Um, I mean, that's that, and by for the most part, you know, he stood out of the way. Like he didn't let his ego get the best of him. He didn't try to take control of stuff. If Tom wanted to rock one way, he was open to it. If Byron Leftwich and them wanted to do something, he was open to it. And I think that's how you got to coach. That's how you got to manage. You got to build a solid staff around you and collaborate, because it's never just one voice when it comes to these kind of things. It's normally a collaborative effort that gets the job done. So if I'm giving it to somebody, it's going to be the head coach.
Nah, that's real. That's real. T, to you, man.
You kind of stole my thunder, but I'm gonna give it to this one. Will surprise people. Leonard Fournette, man. Like when Brady, we knew, all right, Brady's up, and they got to play ball control, so they got to run the ball. And when it was time to run, sometimes when you know a team running, it leads to 3 and outs. But man, them boys was scared to tackle Fournette out there, man. Fournette was looking at the corner, Breeland putting his shoulder in his, you know what I'm saying, putting his shoulder right in the face mask. Man, yeah, playoff Lenny. That's exactly what it was, man. Playoff Lenny. Lightning and thunder, man. Brady lit him up, and playoff Lenny brought that thunder. So I'm gonna give it to Fournette.
Nah, yeah, man. Leonard Fournette was balling out, and it was crazy because Ronald Jones was kind of like the go-to guy for most of the season. Super Bowl things changed. Gerardo, man, who do you think was the top guy after Brady, man? Who would you, if you had to give anybody the most valuable of the game? It could be a coach, it could be a player, but who would you give it to?
I want to give it to the Jets, man, because they let Todd Bowles go away for nothing. Hey, yo, the Jets suck. Like, yo, come on, man. Todd Bowles did his thing, man. Like, you gotta look at that defense. He already knew what was going on. No left or right tackle. Paid his with JPP. Had JPP looking like he was playing for the Giants again. I'm like, wow. I'm like, all right. They sacked Patrick Mahomes like 3 or 2 times. Like, yeah, Todd Bowles, he called it a hell of a defensive game. Because even though he was still trying to sack Patrick Mahomes, you gotta let him get away with 270 yards and still managed to beat him with no touchdown. I got to give it to the defense on this one.
Yeah, nah, no doubt, man. It's crazy that, you know, Todd Bowles, the way things ended in New York. I mean, obviously, the Jets are just not an organization that's going to get it done. I mean, they got a lot of problems outside of coach. They got a ton of issues, so nobody was going to get it done there. Clearly, they haven't had success since Bowles left. But I mean, it's just kind of wild to think about when you start really thinking about the GOAT debate, because this whole season, so many people were calling Pat Mahomes the GOAT. I mean, I heard it so many times, and it was shocking to me how many times I was hearing it. Because like, you got to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Brady got 6. He had 6 during the season, just got his 7th. And people were calling Pat Mahomes the GOAT. So now, I don't know, man. I started to wonder, like, how does this game shape Pat Mahomes' legacy? Does it hurt it at all? Is it just, you know, just a stepping stone to his greatness? Or do you guys start to view him a little differently after that game? T, I see you shaking your head, man. Chime in.
Man, I think it hurt his legacy, right? Like at this point, the GOAT talk, we can talk about you in tears with guys, but we can never put you above Brady at this point. Like, it's no way you're gonna get 7 rings. Even if you get 7, I'm still gonna say Brady beat you. So that's the tiebreaker. You would need 8 rings for me to say you were better than Brady. And you're not getting 8. I think it was an opportunity for him to solidify himself and be one of those guys. He would have had 2. And now, no. I mean, I know we were talking about the tackles, right? The tackles were missing, and potentially that could have tripped them up. If you watch the game, Brady didn't need superb linemen. I don't even know how good Tristan Wirfs is. I know he didn't give up any sacks all season, but I know Brady was throwing the ball under 2 seconds. 3-step drop, let it go. 5-step drop, let it go. I watched Mahomes get the ball and run. Not drop back and release. To me, the game looked like how it's supposed to look when you play a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Mahomes looked a little out of his element there. Like, I never seen the Chiefs respond that way. I mean, it was first time they scored in single digits with Mahomes. He didn't have that fire. He didn't have that passion. Brady running into Matthew face. You know what I'm saying? He ran into Honey Badger face. Like, the team fed off of that. Like I said, there's levels to greatness. Mahomes didn't have that. He didn't have that. The Chiefs kind of gave up. And when you want to be great, you can't do that. You can't lay down. You got to go out there. You got to make a play. I don't want to hear that he's hurt. I don't want to hear that the tackles weren't there. Brady's done it with less than ideal conditions. Mahomes should have got it done. He should have got it done. So I think it hurts his legacy. Maybe we'll rank him above Rodgers, maybe, but he'll never be above Brady. Never. He might not ever be above Manning.
You don't want to hear that he's hurt. You don't want to hear this.
Nope.
You don't want to hear that. But you're gonna hear it because my man got surgery today. The Super Bowl was what 2-3 days ago. He's getting surgery today. Clearly, he wasn't himself. Clearly, and he's still out there making plays. He made the gas top 10 with an incompletion that should have been a touchdown for real. But hey, man, look.
No.
We can hate on Patrick Mahomes right now because it's the easy, convenient thing to do, and we can act like Tom Brady did something with less than. But he just went to the Super Bowl with the damn Justice League and the Avengers combined, bro. Like, he's got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Gronk, Brady. Like, come on now. Like, but yeah, and past only 25. Like, he has plenty of time to catch Tom Brady when it comes to the GOAT talk. And it's for a simple reason. Tom might have accomplishments. He might win 7 rings because he can go with an amazing coaching staff and an amazing roster and be 40-some years old and get to a Super Bowl and look good. But what Tom's not going to do is the talent that Pat Mahomes has, the no-look passes, the arm strength, the accuracy, all that. Tom has never been the talent that Pat Mahomes is. Like, Tom fell to the 7th round for a reason.
All you're telling me is that Kobe didn't have Iverson's crossover. I don't care about the elite arm strength. I mean, Josh Allen has an elite arm. Josh Allen probably throws the ball harder than Mahomes. Like, I don't care about that. What I care about is you missing reads. What I care about is you dropping back and feeling the pressure from the rush. What I care about is you scrambling in plays where you could have just checked the ball down. That's the difference between
you're missing your two starting tackles in the biggest game of the year against one of the best pass rushes against a defensive coordinator who's really a head coach. But we're gonna say, oh, this hurts this man's legacy because he's missing two starting linemen.
So tell me this: if the pass rush is getting to you, should you be taking 5 and 7 step drops?
No, absolutely not. But is he calling the plays, or is that Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy?
Like I said, there's levels to being a GOAT. Why do you think Brady calls the plays?
Pat Mahomes is 25 years old. He's 25 years old, and you talk about he can't catch this man. Right. So if he starts calling plays next year, is he?
If you call plays and don't get back to the Super Bowl, congratulations. But you were in the big game, and you didn't make plays. I mean, check the film. He threw a couple passes that people would have had to make heroic catches to make. But outside of that, I mean, go back and look at the tape. I see Tyreek Hill open in the flat. Check it down, take the 5, 7, 8 yards. No, what does he do? He's running, he's scrambling, he's running, he's scrambling. He's looking for the big play. He pressed. I feel like Brady came into that game knowing he was going to win. I feel like Mahomes came into that game thinking, if I go out there and compete, I have a shot. It's levels. It's levels.
And how does any of that mean that he can't catch Brady ever? How does him having a bad game in this game mean that he'll never catch Brady when he's only 25? I mean, if he wins the next 5 Super Bowls straight, he's not better than Brady.
I'm just telling you the odds, right? Everything has to come together for you to make it to the Super Bowl. We seen Dan Marino, great quarterback. How many times did he go? We seen Peyton Manning. Like, he didn't go 5, 6, 7 times. Brady's done something that probably won't be replicated. And maybe Mahomes has the best chance. But you guys tell me Lamar Jackson is this great player. How's he going to get through Lamar Jackson? If Lamar Jackson's so great, how's he going to get through him? Josh Allen has a good team. I mean, think about it like this. Hold up. Think about it. I'm gonna end it like this. Taylor Heineke, he played Brady better than Mahomes played him. That has to mean something. Something.
It means Taylor Heineke didn't have turf toe going into the game.
Oh my God.
Well, look, I think T, you making some good points, man. There's competition all around Mahomes, and I think, Aaron Rodgers won his Super Bowl.
Quick question. So do we tarnish Tom Brady's career for losing to Nick Foles and Eli Manning?
But
I
but
mean,
but
All right,
Tom's
we
been
got
there.
you.
Tom
But
We
has
got
Tom's
seven.
been there
you.
Still
10
doing what
Tom
he's
has
times.
trying to.
7, bro.
We got you now.
I mean,
Tom's
Tom
been
has
there
7 of
so
them,
many.
bro.
Tom's repeatedly
Yeah.
there. We don't know that Mahomes is going to get there again. We just don't.
Are we saying Tom Brady won those those 3 early Super Bowls? He won those because he was calling the plays, or that was Bill Belichick?
Hey, guess what? He won them. Guess who didn't win yesterday? Well, not on Sunday. Guess who didn't win?
Matter of fact, he didn't Vinatieri won those 3 Super Bowls for him. He won
But it's
because
a
of a
W.
kick.
It's a we. I
Like,
mean,
oh,
I don't know
come
how you
on
guys
now.
grade quarterbacks, but W's count.
Man,
Wins
W
count.
should be all that matters when you're grading the quarterbacks. Like
And
I
he
don't,
only got
I don't
one
get.
dub. He only got one L. Like the man only lost 1 Super Bowl, so he's 1 for 1. So now we're gonna just say like, yeah, he's never gonna grade
But this
again.
is the thing. This is the thing about it that I think we missing, man. Like when Aaron Rodgers won his Super Bowl, the way he was hyped, the GOAT hype he was getting, we would have all probably thought at the time Aaron Rodgers would have been back to one. But guess what? He hasn't been back to a bowl since. There's no guarantee that Pat makes another bowl. I'm just being honest, bro. It's hard to get there. There's obstacles in the way. It takes the perfect storm just to get there, let alone win it. So I'm not saying that Pat. The odds are Pat makes another bowl. But what I'm saying, it's not like he's just going to be there every single season. What Tom Brady just got finished doing and is still in the process of doing is remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable as far as football goes. In a league full of parity, this man is there what it feels like every single year. Like I said, man, no guarantee that Pat Mahomes gets back to the bowl at all.
I
Well, who
mean,
he got to go against? Who he got to go against in the AFC? You already don't like Lamar Jackson, so that's out the book. Deshaun Watson looked like he ain't going with the Texans. They're gonna keep him forever. They don't look like they're gonna trade him. So like, who he really got to go against? Josh Allen? But you saw what he do against the Bills all the time.
but look,
So who the Patrick Mahomes really has to worry about?
Bryce. I
Derek
think
Carr and the Raiders?
Bryce. We talked about this a little bit in the production meeting, and Bryce made the point that you would have thought Russell Wilson would have been the guy until there was a Patrick Mahomes. Now there's a Patrick Mahomes. What about a Trevor Lawrence? What about the guy in high school? You know what I'm saying? If you can play 20 till you're 40 now, what about all these guys watching Mahomes? Kind of like Tiger Woods. All these guys that get to watch and emulate his game. Like, you can't just assume that this guy is going to be great because he knows how to throw the ball sideways. Like, you just can't.
All right, let's reel this in
man
because
won
this is the
MVP his first year as a starting quarterback and threw over 50 for 50 touchdowns and over 5,000 yards his first year. That's why you
I'm
start
not debating
talking
the
that
past.
little talk with him because
I'm not
none of
debating
us
the
has
past.
ever seen nothing like that.
I'm not debating the past at all.
this is the biggest like Monday morning quarterback ever right now. Like
I
if you
picked
would have
Brady to win.
if you would have asked if we would have talked about this Saturday before the game,
I
everybody
picked
would have
Brady to
been
win.
raving and ranting about Pat. And I know you picked Brady to win. I know you picked Brady to win, but you wouldn't have been down in Pat like this. Nobody would have. Nobody across the entire sports landscape. Like I woke up Monday and today, and all of a sudden, Pat Mahomes went from top tier, one of the guys that best ever do it, can't ever lose, to he's just one of the good quarterbacks now. Like all of a sudden, he's just falling off the face of the earth.
I didn't say he's falling off, right? But what I know is in 8 quarters of Super Bowl, I've only seen him have one good quarter. In
That's
8 quarters of a Super Bowl, I've seen him have one good quarter. I can't discount that. We're talking about greatness here. The bar has to be higher. The same way I have the bar higher for Lamar Jackson because you tell me he's great. The bar has to be higher for the greats. Tom Brady was Super Bowl.
How high does the bar need to be for a 25-year-old Pat Mahomes
Super
right
Bowl
now?
or bust. If you're throwing the word GOAT around, it's Super Bowl or bust. For Brady, it's Super Bowl or bust every single year.
So you think at 25, Brady's playing at 43 right now. We can see 20 more years of Pat Mahomes. You think he has no shot? You think 20 years he can't get another 5 Super Bowls?
There's no guarantee that the guy doesn't blow out his knee. Like, I mean, all these.
I mean, let's not wish injury on the man.
I'm not wishing
saying, like,
injury.
if he has a healthy career, plays the length of time that Brady plays, you don't think he can come close?
How about this?
I would have said the same thing about Rodgers a few years back, man.
Did Russell Wilson and the Legion of Boom, didn't they look like a dynasty?
Yes.
And what happened?
I mean, some could argue that they were a football dynasty. Football dynasties don't last.
Look,
football dynasties don't last more than 3 to 5 years anyway.
sustained success is so hard in professional sports. That's why we hold LeBron on a pedestal. That's why we hold the Kobe's, the Jordans, the guys that consistently get it done. Right now, Pat has a little more to do for me to crown him. That's all I'm saying. Right now, I have you with Rodgers and around that Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. Like, I have you around that. Like, but I'm not putting you up there with Brady. I'm not putting you up there with Manning. Not yet.
Man, look, I don't know how much better Pat Mahomes is than Deshaun Watson right
this
now.
Patrick Mahomes slander is really crazy right now.
How's it?
Oh,
How,
man.
bro? How is
Is he
slander?
your new LeBron James?
Hold on. Hold on.
Is he your new LeBron James? Tell me he's your LeBron James in the NFL.
He's not my LeBron James, but I think we got to temper our expectations when we see a guy play poorly on the big stage. Like, he didn't play well. That's just what it is.
That's the second Super Bowl.
That's a fair assessment. It's a fair assessment to say he didn't play well in the Super Bowl, but to act like it destroys his legacy, or he can never catch Brady, or he's all of a sudden out of the GOAT conversation, I don't think that's. I think that's a step too far.
Hey, Ron, let's look at the flip side. What would a win like this have done for his legacy? You just took out the GOAT. You just took out the GOAT. So, like, if you do it the exact opposite, if you do literally the exact opposite, like you lost and you had a horrible game, instead of taking out the GOAT in a great game, you lost and you played horrible. The exact opposite got to hurt you a little bit, man.
It has to. You didn't throw a touchdown. This is probably like in the biggest stage. You didn't throw a touchdown. From what I understand, this is the first game he hasn't thrown a touchdown.
Bro. Like Tyreek, he threw Tyreek Hill's face and he dropped it. He threw it like David Tyree, man.
That pass was
these receivers were dropping balls. Yeah, I swear they put butters on top of them gloves that they were catching. It had none of that sticky stuff. It had butters. He threw it literally to their face.
Did you see? Did you get any energy? Did you get any energy out of the Chiefs? Like, any energy offensively? Did you see any energy, any life?
How?
Not much. But one thing I will say,
dropping balls, like that man. I'm saying, how could you if he's dropping the balls? Pause. They're dropping the balls to the face.
Dropping signal.
Hey, look. One thing I will say though.
He's throwing to the face. He's throwing face shots.
Hey, fellas, was I tripping or were the refs all on Tom Brady's side? I'm just saying, it felt like the refs came into this game. They were like, "Look, Tom getting 7. All right, so let's call it so Tom gets 7," because it seemed like the Chiefs couldn't catch a break with the refs. Maybe I was tripping. I don't know. What do y'all think about that?
You know why I didn't care about that? And I don't mean to dominate the conversation, but you know why I didn't care about that? It's because you scored 9 points. The refs didn't have anything to do with you on offense. You could have shot it out. And I thought you made a good point before that. Like, if Deshaun Watson is on that roster, do you think he finishes with 9 points? Like, we're holding this guy to this high pedestal. Like, 9 points, bro.
Keep in mind that this time last year,
points. That's all he's doing.
Keep in mind this time last year, T was very angry and upset because his 49ers had just lost to Pat Mahomes. So let's keep a little perspective here. All this hate, all this anger. I feel like this is a year in the making right here. You know, this is your shot. You're taking it. I get it.
Hey, if you win, I can't talk.
Up frustration.
That's a fact. Hey, but one thing for sure.
Exactly. You lost, now you're talking.
Hey,
I told you he was going to lose. I don't know what else I could do.
You did say that.
Yeah, and you also said another great thing, man. You said, don't bet against Brady. And the fact of the matter is, you bet against Brady, you're choosing the wrong team. Now I got a question for y'all, fellas. Is Brady the best athlete of our sports lives, like of our sports generation, whatever you want to call it? Is Brady the GOAT, not just of quarterbacking? Is he the GOAT when it comes to athletes? And what do y'all think about that conversation, man, when we ranking Brady? We don't got to have no list. We don't got to rank him. I just want to hear what you guys think as far as Brady being the best athlete of all time.
Can I go start with this one?
Yeah, jump in, G.
I'm going to say he's in the same tier as LeBron James. Like, you can't put one over the other because they both win championships. Outside of the sports, they changed it. Look at Tom Brady showing the world that, after 40 to play. Look at LeBron James. In the league where it's dominated by youth. The NBA is where most of the teams, everybody's at one point either between 18 to like 27 rosters, and LeBron James is at 36 right now. about to go on to 40, looking like he's gonna play with his son soon. Like when it comes to greatest in our generation, you can't put one over the other. You got to put both of them together. Like, I can't say he's better than LeBron James, vice versa. Respectfully, both in their leagues, and yes, they're both the greatest in each of their leagues.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a tough conversation. My bad, Ron. Jump in, bro.
that's a good comparison, G, because we're going to talk about LeBron, in his age a little bit later in the show. But I kind of got a Brady LeBron comparison too, because the way that I'm looking at it is the way Brady came to Tampa. I'm going down to Florida, South Beach. I'm gonna bring this friend, AB Gronk. We're gonna go get Leonard Fournette. I see a lot of similarities here. See a lot of similarities here, and I don't think this is the only championship that Tom Brady has his eye on. I mentioned it at the top of the show. I really think Brady's gunning for 8. And somebody can fact check me on this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the person with the most Super Bowl rings ever or currently is Bill Belichick with 8. I think he's got a couple as an assistant on the Giants. So he's got 8 total rings. Tom, as we know, has 7 total. So I think, knowing Tom, the way that he's a competitor, he really wants to have one up on Bill. So I think Tom is gunning for something very similar to LeBron. So as far as best athletes of our generation, I think that's easy. I think he's easily one of the greatest football players of our generation. So he would have to represent the NFL in that conversation. We could talk tennis, we could talk Serena, bring up Tiger, a lot of different athletes in it. But as far as football, Tom would probably represent the NFL in that conversation.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know me, man. For years and years, I tried to deny it, man. Tom was winning Super Bowls. I tried to say he wasn't that talented. I tried to say he can't move in the pot. I tried to make every excuse, man. The Tom's the GOAT. T, weigh in, bro.
No, he's definitely the GOAT when it comes to football. But when you start talking about greatest athlete of all time, I mean, look, I like Tom Brady. Man, I might get some flack for that, but supermodel wife, you know what I'm saying? Got his TB12, he's staying shapey. You know what I'm saying? He do his thing. 7 rings. He's a winner. I like winners. That's what we play these sports to do, win. But when you start talking about greatest athlete, like period, there's people that revolutionized sports. You know what I'm saying? Jordan revolutionized the game. To a degree, Steph Curry even revolutionized the game. Serena, people are breaking color barriers here. Tom didn't do any of that. In fact, the league adjusted to keep Tom Brady playing. You know what I'm saying? You can't hit quarterbacks because of Tom Brady. They literally changed the rules to watch this man cook, to let him cook. And I can't put you in the greatest of the greats when there's Michael Phelps is out there, there's Simone Biles out there, when the league adjusted to help you out. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to take something away from somebody that's done so much greatness on the field, but it is what it is. Like Tuck rule, that's what I'm saying. Like they gave you a pass on the deflate gate. I'm not calling you a cheater, but what I am saying is the NFL engineered itself to help Brady. And that's just the reality of it. You can't even tackle quarterbacks anymore, which actually
Yeah.
helps Patrick Mahomes. It gives him a shot to reach that because without that, he wouldn't play till he was 40. So,
Yeah, those are definitely facts because when it comes to best
Says
athlete,
LeBron James.
the only thing Tom really has is he's a winner and he's a leader. When it comes to actual athletic ability, he's not even the most athletic player at his position. That's probably any year that he played, he wasn't the most athletic player at his position. So when it comes to actual athletic ability, Tom's best athletic ability is leadership. That fire, that hunger to win.
yeah, I mean, what has he done outside the sport? That's the thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Serena got young black people. Tiger got young black kids to play the sport. I mean, what has Tom Brady done outside the sport? Jordan, the shoe culture, Iverson with the braids, like he allowed players to dress how they dress now. Tom Brady just hasn't done enough for me to be considered the greatest of the greats when we're talking athletes. He's just a very great football player.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think one thing about just living in America, you know what I'm saying? Football is our biggest sport, but worldwide, man, football is just a blip. Like people care about soccer, or football way more than they care about, American football. Tom Brady's probably not even that recognizable of an athlete on the grand scale. just based off the sport that he plays. You know what I mean? So I think here we kind of get a elevated view of certain athletes. But if you start taking that world scale view of it, you know, you're definitely gonna start picking some of these Olympians, you know, or some of these people that have won in world competitions where there's somebody from every single country out there coming at you, not just the best from one country.
If you look at it from a world view, his wife is definitely more famous.
I mean,
Christ.
I tell that as winning off the field.
Hey, there you go. He's doing something off the field.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And end of the day, man, Tom Brady, go to the NFL at this point. I mean, is there any other NFL athlete that we could put up there with him? Like, is there anybody else from the NFL that we could even compare? I mean, do we have to go to other sports? Can y'all think of anybody from the NFL that we can
I think Jerry Rice is one of the best NFL players
Lawrence Taylor
of all time. Lawrence Taylor, that's the guy
Yeah.
who changed the game. Tackles weren't important until Lawrence Taylor. You had to get somebody to block him, somebody with some athletic ability. Dion, he changed the game. He changed the culture. Really, he had a lot of people, a lot of young people. I mean, you could definitely is Brady has it because he's a winner. That like T said, that's what we play any of these sports for, any of these games, is to win. So that's why I would say Brady has it, but I wouldn't say it's a landslide. I damn sure wouldn't say that Pat Mahomes can't catch him. And yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I don't know if Pat Mahomes can catch him, but I got one more question before we leave this, fellas. Is Brady going to be back? Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Get yours off first.
I was going to ask, is Brady going to be back next year, man? Is Brady going to be back in the bowl next season, man? If he does, it would be ridiculous. But, G, what you think? I see you shaking your head, man.
I believe Patrick Mahomes has a greater chance of going back to the Super Bowl next year than Tom Brady.
Yeah, we got to bet on that. Me and G actually bet during the production meeting. It got heated a little bit because this guy sold on Pat Mahomes.
I'm gonna tell you what 50 Cent said. I
sold
want
on
my
the
money
field.
on Mondays.
Hey, we got $100. We got $100 on Pat Mahomes making the Super Bowl next year. I don't think he's gonna make it. I got my money on the field, man. But T, I think you had the question too. Matter of fact,
I had one more because I mean we got into the football and Mahomes and all that, but how it was a Super Bowl? Like, how did y'all spend y'all Super Bowl? How did y'all end up watching the game?
Oh, that's a good question. Personally,
dominoes and spades, because that shit was trash.
Yeah, no bull, bro. No bull, man. I was dolly for the Super Bowl. I felt like somebody going to the movies alone or something, man. I was dolo for the bowl, ordered myself a pizza, sat back and watched the game, and as soon as the bowl was over, I was knocked out, man, because the bowl tried to put me to sleep.
Yeah, the bowl be putting you to sleep. Yeah, man, I was kicking it with a couple homies, man, but then right around that halftime performance when the weekend was looking all around, that's when I decided to start looking all around for my keys and get up out of there, man. Came back home, kicked it with the wife because the game for me was a snooze fest, man. I like you said, I never saw the energy from the Chiefs. I never felt like they were going to come back. So it's kind of a boring game in my opinion. So I just, kept it low key.
Facts. I mean, I missed the guy that just commented, but I think he said both of them aren't going to be back. It's highly likely. King the dog. It's highly likely that both of them don't get back. I mean, I feel like the Chiefs was exposed a little bit. You just get some pass rushers, get some off the edge. I feel like they was exposed a little bit. But and Brady, man, I just feel like the older he gets, man, old age is an injury. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's that one injury that everybody you can't defeat that one. So at some point he has to regress. Like factually, he has to regress unless he's like an ancient alien or some sort. But I spent my Super Bowl watching it with my family.
It's the avocados, bro.
Could be the avocados from Mexico. Trump ain't want them to eat those.
Yes, sir.
That's a different story. But I spent it with my family. Shit. Like, what's crazy is my youngest son is a Mahomes fan. He plays quarterback. He's a Chiefs fan. He snaked me last season midway through and switched from the 49ers to the Chiefs. So then the Chiefs.
You see why the slander? You see the slander? My man's been tight. My man's been tight. Yo,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
okay, baby. It's okay.
Now that the segment's over, that portion ain't gonna go on IG. Well, this portion ain't gonna go on IG. But yeah, man,
Oh, nah.
it was cool to watch him.
He's not gonna get away from that. You
It
can't
was
get
cool
away
to
from
watch him
that,
suffer,
T.
man.
I told you he's your LeBron James, son. It's all right, man.
He told me
that's good.
Mahomes was gonna moonwalk on Brady. I don't know what that has to do with football, but it didn't happen.
Good point, King. Hey, if Pat goes back to the Super Bowl, that's 3 times in a row before 25. That's a great accomplishment that Brady has
No,
not.
You gotta win, man. Ask Jim Kelly. Y'all don't even know who Jim Kelly is.
I know Jim Kelly, man. Come on.
Oh,
So now you saying
shit.
Pat Mahomes is Jim Kelly? Come on, man. Like this,
Oh my
the
God, he
slander
won
is
one
super
at
real.
least.
The slander is super real out
You
here.
gotta win, man. Nobody cares about the losers, man. Tell me all the people that's lost Super Bowls. Like
He's 1-1 in the Super Bowl. You acting like he's 0-2.
hey, if we're talking about greats, you got to beat them. So next year you got to make it happen. The year after, if he goes 4 years right with no Super Bowl appearance, what's the talk like then?
Rank the quarterbacks right now. Top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
See, the cool thing about rankings is quarterback rankings have nothing to do with getting to the Super Bowl. Jimmy G went to the Super Bowl last
Oh
year.
my God, bro.
Where
Pat
do you rank
Mahomes.
Jimmy G?
Who's the best quarterback in the league right now?
Has to be Brady.
Okay.
Hey, if I beat you, how you better than me?
Okay,
You're
that's
not.
fair.
If I beat you, you're not better than me. So
I mean, it's a team
So
game.
Eli
I
Manning's
didn't
better
see
than
Pat
Tom
Mahomes
Brady.
trying to tackle Leonard Fournette out there. You know.
How about this? Fourth quarter, 1 drive, down 2 minutes. You got to score a touchdown to win. You want Brady or Mahomes?
Mahomes. We said this last week.
I want Eli Manning.
I'm still taking Pat
What?
after the surgery. Let him recover from the surgery.
All
Taking
right.
Pat.
Taking Eli.
All right.
Like you said, you can't recover for old age. They don't got a surgery for that yet.
hey,
Man.
hey, that's hilarious, bro.
The guy is likable, but
Hey, it's not slander, dog. Hey, Stafford doesn't even belong in this. We're going to the next segment, yo. I'm cutting it to the next segment. We're not talking about no damn Matthew Stafford. It's Super Bowl weekend. It's the off season. Get the hell out of here, man. We're talking about champions and winners. Matt Stafford didn't even win a damn playoff game. Anyway, let's talk about some
We're about to
basketball,
have
fellas.
a Matthew Stanford. We're talking about Matthew Stanford.
Oh man. All right, let's get it together. Let's go ahead. Talk about the NBA. We got a new little segment, the this or that segment, and I'm honestly very excited for this segment. So this or that, we're gonna do AI or Steph Curry. Now this is gonna be a hot debate. I'm gonna throw it to T first. I already know my answer, but I want to hear T's answer because I know he's got a good one, man. You mentioned Steph Curry kind of revolutionized the game earlier. You mentioned how AI revolutionized the game a little bit too with his style and stuff. So T, man, you know basketball in and out, man. Like who this or that, AI or Steph?
yeah, I definitely tried to foreshadow this, conversation a little bit. That's a tough one, right? That's a tough one. I think that's what makes this or that so cool because both generations of fans. If you got to watch Iverson, you're on IG, you're on Facebook. If you got to watch Steph, you're definitely on IG and Facebook. So I think this is a real debate. And Steph has the rings, right? He's a winner. He's for sure a winner. And I know what I said about Brady, and I know he's a winner. But what my eyes tell me about Iverson, like the guy was just different, man. Just different. They revolutionized the game in different ways, but Iverson is the type of guy you feel like if you go into an alley with him and you know what I'm saying, you get attacked, you feel comfortable with him. Like, he's going to scrap with you. Curry, you just hoping you hoping you don't got to help him out. and I know this is beyond basketball, but I'm just talking about a mentality. And Steph's a killer in his own right, but just how they do it is so different, man. And obviously Kyrie is a better comparison, but he's a point guard, so let's leave him out of it. Just shooting guards. Like I don't consider Steph a point guard personally, but yeah, I'm gonna go AI because he took his team to the finals. He took his team to the finals, right, with no help. I can't imagine Steph been on a team with no help and making it to the finals. I mean, Iverson's a better scorer than Steph. That's factual. So, I mean, to me, the biggest difference is Steph can shoot better and he has the rings, but I think Iverson was a better player. I think Iverson could just do a little bit more. I mean, because even the assists aren't they're right there, 6 and 6 for their career. So I'm gonna go AI.
Hey, that's why I threw it to T first, because he put it very eloquently. I don't even think it's that close, me personally, man. Like AI is like in a landslide, really. Like Steph is cool, he's great, he's got the rings and all that. But AI was that dude. So Bryce, man, this or that, AI or Steph?
Man, I've been going back and forth on this one, man. I almost want to take both, but for different reasons. Like it's almost like if I had my team, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather have AI, but it's like if I'm going all time and I'm looking at all the accomplishments, all the statistics, and I'm just putting everything in a vacuum, just looking at the numbers, I gotta go with Steph. So it's tough. It's tough. But I gotta get off the fence. I think I'm going with Allen Iverson, man. At the end of the day, man, AI, like T said, this guy could do it on his own. Don't get me wrong. I love Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry changed the game of basketball, changed the professional game forever. Great player. But if Steph Curry was by himself, do you think he could have a team number one in his conference? Could he have a team number one in the West by himself? I don't think so, but AI could. There's only one other player, man, that could have taken Eric Snow to a finals. Eric Snow was starting in the finals, man. No disrespect to my guy, Eric Snow. I'm just saying, though, like the only other guy that could have taken him to the finals is LeBron himself, man. Eric Snow ain't really belong there. But, you know, AI had all these guys running with him. He had an aged out Dikembe. He had Aaron McKee. I mean, Keith Van Horn when he was washed. But I don't know, bro. I'm just saying, bro. AI was that dude, man. He could do it on his own. And just think about how one championship would have changed how everybody views Allen Iverson right now. The game, and I said this when we talked earlier about this, fellas. The game ain't right no more, man, because the chip game done messed everything up, man. Because if you don't got a chip, you just looked at it as if you weren't a great. And I don't know, man. We're going to have to really start judging some of these chips accordingly, man. When 4 or 5 great players contributed to one championship, it just don't mean as much to me. So I'm gonna go with AI over Steph for this or that.
Hey, man, I like that answer. G, man, it's been all AI, man. So I gotta ask you now, this or that, AI or Steph?
Man, like I'm the only light skinned brother out of all 4 of us here, so I'm gonna go with the babyface assassin. The only man to win, the only man to win unanimous MVP, and y'all gonna say that the AI is better than Steph? Come on now, man. That man is shooting. He made shooting 3 the most craziest thing. Before we used to see that once a game, but he does that every quarter, or like at least 3 times every quarter. To the players just like, yo, it's a normal thing now to do. Back then, it used to be odd. See it wild when you see a player use the 3. Now, when you see the 3 is like a normal thing now. And the man won not 1, but won 3 chips. You mean to tell me like AI is better than him? Like, come on. He's the reason why. Steph is the reason why you got big men now guarded back. Now don't even play the paint no more. Like you got players that trying to guard Steph behind the halfway court because they know he's gonna shoot that shit and make it. That man is lethal. He's a part of the best backcourt in NBA history. The man's only like what 400. He's like 403 points away from just Allen. Ray Allen, a 3-point shooter, being the greatest 3-point shooter of all time. And the man is just a babyface assassin. I got to go with Steph on this one, man. AI made it cool to have your mom braid your hair on stands. But Steph made it even better to be a 3-point shooter. Come on now.
I mean, how do you feel about AI went to 11 All-Star games? Steph is only around like 6 or 7.
And he's going to have 8 by the end of this year.
Yeah, but
3 away. Like, come on now.
Hold on. What about this? AI led the league in scoring 4 seasons. Steph has 1.
Oh, no, that he might not catch. Probably
you're right. Yeah. But you got to think about the level of competition now. You got to talk about Steph has to go against KD. Bro. Like KD is a lethal shooter.
Kobe,
like, come on, who AI?
Kobe and Shaq in the finals, bro. Kobe and Shaq in the finals. Come on.
And he came in the Jordan era.
Yeah.
Bro, Like it was scorers back then, bro. When AI was getting it in, it was.
I mean, AI's first game as a rookie, he went for 30.
Which generation has a better class of scores?
Well, the game has changed. You can't even hand check anymore. They let a guy like
Hey,
Harden.
AI in this NBA, Iverson in this NBA, come on, he be scoring
not making it.
nonstop, bro. You can't touch nobody.
I was just saying, if guys can't check Lillard,
he's not beating James Harden.
I mean, they score in two totally different ways, but Allen was picking himself up off the floor every game, man. Like he was getting to that cup.
Dunking on big men, bro. Like
he wasn't standing back, launching threes, and you know what I'm saying, manipulating the travel rules. I'm not trying to take anything away from this generation of basketball, but AI would average 35, 40 in this era. Like
easy.
And another thing G pointed out was that Steph transcended the game, made him change the 3-point rule. Hey, they changed the carry rule for AI, man. It was like, yo, we can't keep letting them get this crossover out here, man. He's getting it on everybody, man. Let's change the rule up a little bit. Like they changed the rules on you. You was great. You were great.
Look, I had to do my research for this because it's really close. I saw a video. AI had 55, right? 55 his rookie year. And then I wanted to see what he did the rest of the year. Like he obviously is a scorer. The 4 games before that, he had 40. He went 40, 40, 40, 50. Like as a rookie, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure that it matters because the generations are a little different. But when you start ranking the greats again, we back into some great talks. I think I'm taking AI.
I feel like this is a great comparison too, because they're around the same size.
Steph, man.
They're around the same size, man. It's like it's almost like Steph is like the new generation's AI a little bit. You know what I mean? Like
he is. His popularity, I mean, it's definitely a fair comparison. I think we should probably even throw this one up on the Twitter, man. Get a little poll going, maybe even on the IG. I'd love to hear some more opinions on this, especially from the fans. But we got another this or that. We mentioned it a little bit earlier too, man. Staying in the NBA, what has been the most impressive? LeBron at the age of 36 or KD coming back off the Achilles injury? So this or that. This time I'm gonna start with you, G. LeBron at 36 or KD's return?
KD, because I didn't think he would be averaging over like 27 points a game and like 8 rebounds, I think. Yeah, just around there. Like he's coming back and he's playing like he never lost a step. He's out there showing the world he still got it. Like he's making the Knicks feel sorry. Bum ass Knicks. Yeah, I'm with the Knicks slander. I hate them. Like how you try to like say, yo, I don't know if we could pay you that much because he's coming off an injury. Look at him now. If you're a Knicks fan, you just hate watching him play for Brooklyn right now. He's on all still. And look what he brought to Brooklyn. He brought Kyrie and then he brought James Harden with him right afterwards. I don't agree with the whole bringing Jordan with him. That's another discussion. But yeah, I got to go with KD on this one, man. LeBron James is LeBron James. He's still the GOAT. He's still the man. But LeBron James ain't coming from an Achilles injury.
I hear that. It almost feels like we're just numb to what LeBron does. LeBron at 36 is like LeBron at 32. Nobody even can tell the difference. But before I throw the T, I want to hear from Bryce. So, Bryce, this or that, what was more impressive, LeBron at 36 or KD's return?
I think both are crazy impressive, right? I got to start there. I mean, nobody's ever in the history of the NBA really come back from an Achilles injury and been right back to where they were. KD's basically putting up identical numbers to his MVP season. So, I mean, it's just greatness. But I got to give it to LeBron. I mean, 36 years old, in the same token, nobody's ever been this age balling this hard in the NBA, at least to my recollection. And definitely not since I've been watching the game. Jordan at this age was coming back to the Wizards, looking horrible. LeBron still getting it done at the highest level. I mean, I saw Draymond Green tweet the other day, how does LeBron keep getting better? It seems like every season LeBron's adding something to his game. Where's the age being an injury for LeBron, T? Because I just don't see it, man. I mean, maybe we can say his athleticism is falling off a little bit, but it's very, very slight. Like the guy is still an elite athlete, probably still top 5, 10 athlete in the league. Unbelievable what he's doing at age 36. And like Tom Brady, we see Tom Brady playing at 43. I just started to wonder how long can LeBron get it done at this level. I mean, I could at this point I could see LeBron getting into his 40s at this rate. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. So I'm gonna give it to LeBron. Although I think KD, what he's doing is unbelievable, man, and it should not be taken lightly.
Oh well, this set up perfect. G went with KD. Bryce is going with LeBron. Now I gotta throw it to T, our resident LeBron hater. But I think he's gonna be honest about this one, man. I really do. So T, this or that, man. LeBron at 36 or KD's return, which is more impressive?
All right, look, man. Like Bryce said, they're both really impressive. KD is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been a killer since like 8 or 9. Like, I've seen him kill since that age. He's my guy for real. But like I said, man, old age is an injury itself. I'm 35. I hurt my back at a day party, a brunch/day party, the free mimosas. You know what I'm saying? I tried to dance a little bit. I was out of commission for like 2 months. So, like, to watch him, what he's doing is truly amazing. You know what I'm saying? And it's I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it because I don't think we've ever seen it done. I mean, I think KG played when he was 35, 36, and he looked okay. He wasn't himself, but LeBron is still free mimosas, baby. You know how that orange juice hit with that when he hit that I don't know what they put in that champagne, Corbel or something. I don't know. But them free mimosas always get you right. But yeah, once you hit 35, 36, man, and I think a lot of my older fans out there would tell you that, like, your body just doesn't recover the same way. So I just know that the time, the money, the effort, the energy that he's spending into recovery has to be crazy. And to lace him back up, like I said a couple shows back, to come back off a chip and lace him back up when nobody would have blamed you for sitting out, for taking a break, man, it's crazy. It's actually crazy. And when it's all said and done for LeBron, this has to be like one of the forget the ring talk. What he's doing right now, like, that has to be the bigger discussion, because people can win rings, man, but everybody can't do what he's doing at this level. Like, it's almost unhuman.
Yeah, the longevity is crazy. I was kind of leaning towards KD myself, but LeBron doing what he's doing in the game of basketball at this age and basically looking, like I said, like he was still 32. Like, it don't look like there's been any real drop off, which is unbelievable. Like, it hasn't been done. Nobody defeats Father Time, but LeBron James is taking it to the last round. So I gotta go with LeBron my damn self.
I honestly think he's gonna play until he gets that one season with Bronny. I think he's
Facts,
I think that's what he's doing here. I think he's gonna structure his contract to potentially be a role player wherever Bronny goes, or have whatever team he's on, probably maybe still the Lakers, I don't know. But sign Bronny. Like, I think he wants to play with his son. I think that's something else that's going to be historic. And it's something else that you can't take away from his legacy and that other people can't replicate. So I think that's what he's doing.
Man, that would be wild, bro. If LeBron ends up playing with his son, I'm going to have to give him the GOAT title, bro. Like, that alone. Don't let him win a chip with his son. If he wins a chip with his son, it's over, bro. It's all. I'm
a little mad. I feel like he stole my thunder a little bit. Like, when I was 14, 15, that was my plan. I was going to have a baby real quick, raise him up, get to the league, ball out with him. Like, but they told me at 15 I didn't have enough wherewithal to raise a kid. So, you know what I'm saying? My parents ruined that dream for me. That could have been me. That could have been me.
I bet it could have. I will say that your son is a baller. You would have been the one we had to worry about making it.
He definitely better than I was.
Nah, man, but I think we all. It seems like we all kind of in agreement, except G, man. LeBron takes it. That was actually a conversation that bred from the group chat. And this next segment we got, I think people gonna like it going forward. It's titled "Straight from the Group Chat," man. So we basically every couple weeks or so, we're gonna dive into our group chat and we're gonna talk about some of the topics that we kind of been talking about behind the scenes. things get a little juicier in the group chat. This week is all jokes. So first thing, and I don't know who brought it up. Man, y'all might have to remind me who brought it up. But somehow in the group chat, in the Gas Sports for the Culture group chat, hey, let me know if you want to join the group chat. It's lit. But in the Gas Sports for the Culture group chat, we somehow got to talking about fighting in your dreams. I think everybody got a different experience fighting while they dreaming. Some people, they knocking them out left and right. Some people eating punches, feeling all the pain. And some people, if you're like me, everything you throw is just going real slow. But that's how long it takes for my fist to get there. I'm just so sick every time. Like, what's wrong with my hands, man? But G, I'm starting with you, man. When you fighting in the dreams, how does it look, bro? You getting knocked out, or are you doing the winning, man?
Bro, I'm homeless, bro. I'm looking beat up and battered. I'm looking tough. I'm looking done up. I wake up with no sweats. I'm like, oh God, what just happened? Oh, money too. Should be spooky.
Hilarious. My man said he wake up sweating, gotta wake up and change his shirt. T, how you usually react in the dreams when you fight, man?
Nah, look, man, like since I've been a kid, I've always been like I could kind of control what goes on, like from at least what I'm doing in my dreams. I think they call that lucid dreaming or something. I don't know, but like for some reason, I'm always maybe 3 or 4 times in my lifetime, but it's always fighting somebody that I know I can beat, but they're dogging me. It's like you said, like the punches are just like they're so slow, man. I remember only one time, I think I was in high school. I managed to throw a hard punch, and I didn't even finish the fight because I woke up and I realized like my hand was hurting. I actually punched my headboard somehow. Like that one time I threw the hard punch, man, I still took damage. So, you know, I just, if I feel like I'm about to fight in a dream, I wake myself up. I can kind of do that. So now I don't even do it. But no, I hate fighting in dreams. I don't even like fighting in real life, but I hate fighting in dreams.
T said he threw a punch so hard in his dream it came through in reality.
Reality, bro. Hit the headboard.
Go ahead, bro. What about you, man? How's it go for you in the dreams, bro?
Man, I've had a lot of dreams where I'm fighting for whatever reason, and I've had the slow motion dreams, the where you're under the water. I hate the ones where it's like your punches are going normal, but your arms like turn into like noodles, and that shit is just weak as hell. But the absolute worst dream I ever had fighting, I can't even believe I'm admit this on the show. I'm not gonna say no names, but it was this one girl, man, and she was a bully. She was a bully, man. She knew how to push my buttons, right? So I have a dream that me and her get in a fight, right? That's crazy, right? But it's not even a regular dream because dreams be crazy. It's like a Dragon Ball Z style game or dream, right? So I'm like fighting her like on some Dragon Ball Z stuff. And if you ever seen how they be throwing the punches and kicks all quick, but it's like the other person's power level like way higher than yours. It was like she was like way stronger than me, bro. So I'm doing the most, but nothing was affecting her. And then she just like flicked me away type shit. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, so that was probably the worst dream I ever had fighting. But yeah, man, dreams fighting never seemed to go well. I can't think of one where I was the victor.
Right.
Yeah,
for real,
man.
Nah, I didn't go Super Saiyan. That was the problem.
I mean, I could be wrong. I'm no Dragon Ball Z expert, but me and you kind of got the same issue. I don't know if you can go Super Saiyan without hair.
Right? Does it just appear? I don't even know.
Yeah, no, I'm messing with you, but yeah.
You know another thing that never works out well for me in dreams is running, man. Every time I gotta run in a dream, I'm like, bro, what's wrong with my leg? It's like, bro, I don't be moving, bro. It's like I be running hard as a bug, bro, but it's like I don't get anywhere, man. Does anybody else have that? Is that unique to me? Nobody else has that issue. Y'all look at me like I'm crazy.
I've had that issue a few times.
All right, bet, man. You be running away from something, that joint be right on your ass because it's like you can't barely run, man. Like,
man, we need to find one of them. What's your date of birth? What minute was you born? Women, you know what I'm saying, to help us out. Because for some reason in my dreams, like I don't know, if y'all ever had this experience? Like you're nice at something you never did before.
You got the download from like the Matrix, how they were downloading different.
Yeah, like one time I was nice at hunting rhinos. like with a shotty. Like I don't know why.
Hey,
I was in
you went to
elementary
sleep
school.
watching the
With a
Discovery
shotty
Channel.
with the pump.
Yeah, with a shotty, I was nice. Like I don't know if I was watching Jumanji, but I was nice with it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's wild. Hey man, the group chat is always hilarious, man. So keeping it pushing in the group chat. The next thing to talk about, man. I don't know if anyone else has seen the Nick Chubb photos, the Nick Chubb high school photos. But your man was swole as hell, man. T dropped in the group chat. He said they got to start steroid testing in high school. And I know one thing: if you're in a dream, you don't want to be fighting this guy, man. This is high school Nick Chubb running trap, man. Man is ridiculous. Look at your man neckline, bro. What is his neck? What neck size do you have with that? How do you get tailored shirts, man? They can't even get the ruler around your neck, bro. I don't know, man. Hey, one more.
Bro, he has no
Look at
neck.
your mans, bro. Look at your mans. look at normal height to him, bro.
That's levitating. He went Super Saiyan.
Oh, shit. Him and Barry Bonds had to sing James Trainer.
Hey, yo, imagine as a parent, you go to a track meet and that's who your kid is racing against. What the hell? No.
Hey, imagine you the pops and that's your kid. And one day he like, nah, Dad, I ain't going up there.
Oh shit!
I'd be like, all right, that's cool, you know.
Come on, sonny.
No, bro. Let me set the record straight. I'm not in the habit of dropping muscle-bound men into the group chat, but that's just not my thing. I mean, in some group chats, that's cool, and I'm not knocking that, but like it's crazy. Look at that. It's crazy. Like, how do you get that big in high school naturally? I don't believe it. I don't think you, bro. I had trouble putting on weight in high school. I could eat as much as I want and wouldn't gain no weight. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's crazy. They got to steroid test these kids, man. Got to.
No, absolutely. As a parent, man, I'm finding the athletic director right away. Like, come on now. Show me the ID, the birth certificate, the steroid test, the COVID test. I need to see everything.
Son, he can't go to prom with my daughter, and I don't even got one.
You walk around the crib scared of your own son, treading lightly.
Hey, yo, T and Ron, that's your future, yo. That's about to be your future with your sons. You're about to pump up after workout, like, yo, Dad, let me get them chips.
Imagine being scared to get your own son upset. Like, I don't want to get him upset. He might snap on me.
Nah, you crazy.
Hey, if my sons get that big, man, then I gotta get that big. It ain't no way in hell. It ain't no way if that's going around, I'm catching it. Whatever the hell that is, the water, the food they eating, I'm getting me some of that. They ain't getting that big on me. Nah.
Bro, I got 2 sons. If one of them get that big, me and the other one, we got to jump them. There ain't no other way. There ain't no other way.
Hey, he said, hold his leg, son.
Hey. On a serious note, like, it's crazy to see the level of athlete, you know what I'm saying? The level of just training in high school now. In high school, that almost looks unhealthy. You know what I'm saying? When I see a guy walking around like that in real life, I think he's juicing. I automatically think he's juicing. Like, how much time did he have from his day to day, right? You still got to go to class for 8 hours. You still got to do homework. Where do you find time to get that huge? Like, that's crazy.
I feel like everybody had that one bama in their high school like that, though. I feel like every high school had that one just dude that, bro, what are you, 24 in
yeah. 24 in 10th grade.
But look, my man, he's not just big. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people got them muscles for show. He won states in shot put and 100-meter dash. He's the strongest kid in the state and the fastest kid in the state. Like, you can't even run from him.
Now that's crazy. Like, so he's the fastest kid in the state. Imagine having to tackle that in a football game in high school.
No, you don't tackle that.
Goodness,
I ain't doing it. That's
you don't tackle that.
Coach, put me on the bench.
You gotta make a business decision on that one, man.
Yep. You got to trip.
You gotta put a Breland.
Yeah, he gonna be looking like Rashad Breeland in the Super Bowl.
Hey, bro, Breland was faking on those tackles. He was coming up strong like he was going to do something and just going the opposite direction. I'm like, hold up, Bree.
He didn't want no part of that, man.
Not at all, bro.
None.
But what do you do? I'm saying, like, in real life, bro, in high school, like, you guys, You know what I'm saying? Y'all played a little bit of high school sports. Like, how do you stop that guy?
Oh no, that's why I brought it up. I've had
Cut
to
him at
make
the
that
knees.
that very same business decision. I have very same business decision, and like you said, T,
You
you
cut him
trip.
at the knees.
Man, a knee
You got
on
two
him.
options. You got two options, bro. If you don't happen to be one of those kids that just became a man in ninth grade, and one of them happened to be trying to run you over, you got two options. Either one, get run over, or two, run over and hold on. If you get run over and hold on, you might bring them down to the ground. But if you just get run over, you're gonna look foolish. So if you're gonna get run over, at least hold on, man.
If you hold on, you might get dragged a couple yards.
Yeah, you might though.
Hey, this is
You might end
why
up in the gas top 10.
you might see me on Snapchat or IG teaching my son how to throw and all that, but I'm also teaching him how to punt. We don't got to make them tackles.
Right.
Hey, but if you are the punter, your last line, that's a scary sight. Imagine being that punter, man. Last line defense, and it's just a Nick Chubb running at you or somebody.
Don't get AB.
Oh my
Get that Luke Kane kick.
Man.
Oh god. Boom.
Oh, hey, and never forget what Sean Taylor did to the punter either. Punters ain't safe.
Classic, bro. Punter's not safe no more, man. Hey, man. Another great episode, though, fella. I think straight from the group chat, something that we're going to have to keep, bro. That's pretty hilarious, man. So hopefully y'all enjoyed that. Hey, Rome, you had a great idea, man, about a contest for the fans not too long ago, man. Asking the fans to pick a segment and possibly win a gas bundle, man. So we always looking for new segments, new ways to get, for the crowd, for the fans to get involved. So if you want a gas bundle, the gas bundle comes with a gas tee. It comes with a wristband. It comes with a hat, and it comes with the gas mask. If you want a gas bundle, man, DM us. Get our inbox and let us know a new segment. You might just see that segment on the show, and if you do, you win in the gas bundle, man. As always, man, go to GoodAssSports.com. Check out some of the new articles. Download the app, Gas Sports Network on all app platforms. T, did I miss anything, bro?
I don't know, man. We everywhere. I just want to say that we everywhere, man. Find us on every social. Like you said, man, the website, the apps, anything you can do to get social media, you can catch us there. YouTube, all of that. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. If you really like this show, tell a friend. Tell a friend. They might like it too, man. Don't keep gas to yourself.
Don't be stingy with the gas.
Pass the gas.
Gas, man. Pass the
Please
gas.
pass the gas.
It's at GoodAssSports.
Let that shit rip.
At GoodAssSports, you didn't know, man. And as we always like to do, fellas, sports for the culture.
Sports
Sports
for
for
the
the
culture.
Por la cultura.